In this video, we will show you how to replace your sway bar kit on this Chevy Silverado. This is part of your front suspension located under the front of your vehicle. Let's get into it. Okay friends, let's get started on our job. Safely raise and support and make your way under the front of the vehicle. Let's start with our sway bar link. To start removing the sway bar link, looking along the top where it connects onto the sway bar, you're going to find a nut. We'll hold onto that with some large pliers, and then just down below the lower control arm, you're going to find a 14mm headed bolt leading straight up through the sway bar link to the nut. It's common for the area inside the sway bar link to be rusted and rotted. If that's the case, you may have to cut the sway bar link out of place. Pull this out of here. Let's give that a quick inspection. Take hold of this. We can start pulling it down and out of place. While you're doing so, pay attention to the center portion. This could potentially fall out. Make sure you're holding on to it. Now that we have this side out of here, go ahead over to the other side of the vehicle and do the exact same thing. Let's apply some support under the sway bar. Continue on to your two sway bar bushing bracket bolts. You're going to find that you have two sway bar bushings with brackets on each side of the sway bar. You have two 10mm headed bolts holding these in place. Inspect that mounting hardware, replace it as necessary. Hold on to the bracket here. Sometimes this falls off, other times you will have to pull the bracket out of place. Just give that a quick inspection, set it aside for recycling. Let's do the same on the other side. Now it's time to take down the bar. Hold on to it while you lower it down. We only need to come down far enough that we can pull it out of place. There it is, friend. Okay, let's prepare to install our brand new front sway bar. Let's make our way to looking at the sway bar itself. We have to install the bushings first. When looking at that bar, we want to make our way to where the straight portion is. Apply a thin amount of lubricant here and then install your brand new bushing. We don't need very much. When you're installing these bushings, you're going to find that they have a small slot. You can take that slot, slide it right over the bar. Once this one's in place, do the exact same thing on the other side of the bar. Let's get this over to the vehicle. While we have that old bar out of there, continue on to cleaning and inspecting the mounting points, starting with the frame, both sides here, and then we'll make our way to each one of those control arms. Okay, let's get the sway bar in position here. Let's continue raising this up till it connects to the frame. Nice. Keep it loose. Let's get the bracket in place. Start in all four of your mounting bolts by hand. Snug them up and then torque those to 24 foot-pounds. Snug them up. Remove your support. Okay, let's prepare to install our front sway bar link. You'll notice that I coated the shaft area of the sway bar link. Let's start taking this and putting it through the control arm. We'll come from the bottom port up through the center here. Once you start making your way up through, it's time for the center portion of your sway bar link. Start bringing this all the way up through this area. You might find you have a little bit of a hard time bringing it through the bottom portion of the control arm. Up along the top, you have your upper mounting nut with the upper bushing. Just get this aligned, start it on by hand. Now that we have this side started on, go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side of the vehicle. Once you have both of them started in position, go ahead and snug them up and then torque those to 81 inch-pounds. We'll hold that top nut with some pliers, of course. Use a 14 millimeter down on that lower mounting stud. Torqued. Okay friend, we showed you how to install your front sway bar kit. At this point, go ahead and take your vehicle for a road test and listen for funny noises. It's also a good idea to get yourself a four-wheel alignment. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.